Well, hello there. You might be wondering, why am I recording this? That's a strange thing of me to do, isn't it? Because I was really planning to do Yoku, this little island thing, but I looked up the creatures after the stream of today on Twitch. I stream on Twitch. You might wanna go over there because I'm planning to do all my streams on Twitch because it's a little bit more. I don't know. Point is that I went back and looked at the creature and I was like, oh, the creatures died. To be fair, I didn't watch much of them, but I'm like, they were a massive part, like 2011 to 12, all that kind of stuff. They were a massive part of my life. At least James and SSHPKC were. SSHPKC's been missing in action for like a year. I hope to God he's alive. Question mark, question mark? And what really gets me is that the creatures officially died. They made a big finale video, and apparently a lot of people left. Like, at the end it was really just Dan and Kutra, and I'm like, wow. You fucking kidding me? Apparently Nova moved on and made Cow Chop. I subscribe to it because I like Nova. He was one of my big favorites, together with SOHPKC and Sly Fox. But Sly Fox is doing whatever. Dan seems to be a nice guy, so I think I'll follow him as well. Subscribe to his channel. See where that's gonna go. God damn it! I don't want to join missions. Fuck! I forgot that I'm in public because I was doing relics, and I usually stick on solo because all I do is I do these missions. What I want to talk about is I'm sad now. I'm not sad like yesterday. I'm not like in this deep emotional sort of tapping my fingers together. Man, what is life? What is life? What is to live? But now I'm not in a very working mood. Because what the creatures were to me, and I feel this is kind of important for me to help establish why I'm so upset about this, is to me the creatures were what I wanted to get out of my YouTube, you know?
By removing the coolant cells.
Like, when I thought creatures, I thought about what I wanted to achieve. Like, the reason I started is because I was like, man, you get to make friends, you get to meet all these cool people. You get to just have fun, you know, have fun with friends, and they get to pool all your resources and live in a cool big house. And yeah, they slowly but surely broke apart because Kutro is apparently an idiot. And now I sit here and I'm just kind of sad. That being said, I'm not as sad, and I think the reason is that because they're still alive, they're still like living people, living, breathing people. But what really makes me less sad, what I feel is like the big salvation of the moment is, you know, the ones I really... Well, actually, as I said, SSHPKC is missing in fucking action. I want to know where he is, because he's one of the first YouTubers I ever subscribed to. He's one of my, like, big hits, man. I'm super concerned about this man. I'm glad to see Nova turned up alright, though. He deserves it. Nova's a good sport. Although I really wish I had a little... I wish I had a little gang of my own. I don't have the social skills to make a gang, but I wish I had one, you know? Maybe I could learn to be a nice person for once. Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba. But, jokes aside, I really... This was a really heavy emotional day after such a light beginning. It started off as a nice light day. I'm still happy. I'm still doing better. I'm slowly but surely perking up, but... it's becoming rapidly apparent to me that I need to... I went to my own house. I went to my old house, and I went to my old room, and my sister basically took it over. So it's not my room anymore, and I'm just looking around and I go, I remember being here. I remember lying in bed. I remember when a friend from America came to visit, and I... This was the last time I laid in that bed. Just going to bed. Makes me think, man. But I'll make do. Jesus, at least mine layers. So, I'm still a bit of a slump, which I wanted to record Yoku, but I was like, no, I can't record Yoku right now. I can't, because Yoku I want to keep cheerful and happy and big smiles and big happy. That's hard to do when I'm thinking back of Tri Mountain, thinking back of Seamus and in his ROM hack days. They were... Like, for fuck's sake, man. These were some of the first YouTubers I followed and subscribed. Back in those fucking days, I didn't subscribe. You know, I had a list of YouTubers in my list because I didn't want to subscribe to anyone. They were some of the first. They were. I don't think I ever cared much about Kutra. I'm mostly following Dan because clearly Dan is hard. He's a nice guy. I want him to. I want to support this man. But seeing that video, seeing that last year, 10 months ago, in June, July, they basically said, you know what, we're done. It just makes me so fucking sad because they're so, like, not like Total Biscuit. Total Biscuit's sadness is I will never get to meet Total Biscuit. Blah 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 blah. He's dead. That's a very distinct kind of sad. Here it's more like, if I want to watch this stuff, I have to go way back. I have to really put in some elbow grease and find the old stuff, which is now buried under years of videos. Jesus, man.
Coolant cell extracted.
God, corpus techs are super tough. But yeah, I'm just bit of a bad headspace. I wish I'll get there someday. Be nice. Like, as I mentioned yesterday, I already have a name for the whole group. Although, maybe I'll switch, because I'm not going to be like freaking Kutra and then... and try and ruin everything by being businessman. Apparently the fallout over being child-friendly. I'm like, really? This is the hill you're gonna kill yourself on? Apparently, the fact that it was just him and Dan at the end is the thing that gets me the most. That's the part that just breaks me apart. It's like you see Dan sitting there and he's like so sad. Like, the artist left him and all that, and it's like, well, the apocalypse... Man...
Now is your chance to complete this sabotage. Use whatever you can to make sure it never works.
You know what I want to do?
A coolant cell.
I want to take my computer.
Extracted.
I want to go over to my old bed. I know the mattresses are still there, so I can still pretend. I just want to lie down. Lie down in that old bed. The way I used to, in a very clumsy fashion, half sunken away at the waist, because that's where the bed was at its weakest. Sit there half slumping down. And just watch a Try Mountain video, or a Treetopia, or something like that. And just think about all the smiles and tears they brought me. Maybe watch an old SSH PKC. I remember how upset he was that his whole name got betrayed. And then I found Couch Hop and I was like, man, Nova, man, you got backstabbed hard. Wow. Such troublesome times for people that I loved. There's something weird about... I guess the reason with John Band is different is... it just feels different, you know. So I'm just sitting here and sighing a bit, thinking of the old days. Thinking of those old days. They were nice. They were nice days. I even found my old alarm clock and my old TV. Mom took them all, and that was lovely. My old alarm. God, that old alarm was terrible. It was so bad. So my old alarm was this little alarm clock, but the way to turn off the alarm, you have to push this switch onto the side. It was super awkward to get it to work right. But I love that thing now. It's I have to tell my mom that to hold on to that little thing, because I want to have something in my old room. Like, a lot of my old stuff is gone now, and or just too big to take with me. And I'm very nostalgic right now. I'm feeling better. Again, if you're a nice person and you care about the well-being of another human being, don't worry too much about me. There's other people that need your help more. But also, that Article 13 thing turns out to be not as bad as I thought it was. That's a good relief. That made me feel super good about myself. But at the same time, man, things change. Man. I don't know what to say, man. I want to say something. I want to say something to honor their memory. You know, I like to think about that a lot. About the idea of like having my own little group. But who the hell would be in my group? What kind of people do I attract? Because I got Como, and he's a bitter old man. I mean, the topics Como has selected for the podcast, I'm like, Como, we're going to have to talk about this. I haven't told him yet, but consider this your heads up, Como. We need to talk about this. Because if I'm going to ever do a podcast, I want to be cheerful. I also need more people. I need a cluster of people. Like, 2 people is just like a conversation. I don't know, man. At the same time, I'm just sitting and I'm just thinking about my past. This is never going to be a job. Depending on how things work out, it might be my job. But it won't be a very well-paying job. Because not pulling the numbers, I'm clearly not what the people want. Which is fine by me, because I'm doing this as a hobby. First and foremost, okay, I'll be honest. I started doing this with the very clear intention of making big buku bucks. But once that dream got shot down, I was like, you know what? I like doing this. This is a great way to empty my heart. Just have a little moment for myself. Have a little moment where I'm genuine with myself. Where I'm me. Where I get to just have some fun. It's... I wish I could know where SSOH because he is where Seamus is, because his last tweet is like, man. Hope he's not dead. Well, let's call it here then. Tomorrow I'll go back to Yoku. I'll record it early in the morning or something. Because the last few days have been hard for me. Seeing my past, my history in shambles and ruins, is it's a very breaking experience to see everything as you used to know it just kind of gone, withered away. I'm emotional. I'm not bad like yesterday where I was just completely in shambles and in tears and all that stuff. I'm feeling a bit better, but I need to get out of this. I need to get back to my stuff. I wish I don't know, man. Like every single time I tell myself, you know, I'm just doing this as a hobby. I don't care about the numbers. I'm still like, I still want some numbers. I still want some people, you know. I still want a talk house, you know. Like a little Discord where people are like, hey, they're rubbing elbows, having fun. And I can walk in there every once in a while and be like, hello, and I stand there in a robe and a mug of coffee in my hand, and I go, hello. But I'm not going to drag that. I miss that train. I mean, if the creature's anything to go by, that fucking train is gone. If you want to make it, you gotta put in the hard work. And that was, I started back in 2012. Shitty videos, yes, but... planning to do Banjo-Kazooie soon. That will be on the Twitch channel. I just want my own wiki page, man. That's all I want. That's all I want out of life. I want a wiki page of my own. A whole wiki dedicated to my bullshit. Because then at least I'll have someone to chronicle my history, and I'll remember shit for once.
Operator, Ordis wonders, what are you thinking about?
I started with this. Quite late when I think about it, but... It's really weird to think about that. Like 2012? Damn. I kind of want to go back and watch those videos. Because holy shit, man. Old Wario Land, by the way. Wario Land 2 is the first thing I did. I like that game. Maybe I'll play that again. Maybe I'll use Twitch for that kind of stuff, where I'm just kind of eh. So, sorry about the abundance of Warframe, but it's kind of the game I play when I really don't care, and I just want to get something out there and say hello and make sure everyone feels appreciated. A couple of things about Twitch, because some people are going to ask this question. Twitch is supplementary. There will still be a daily video on my YouTube channel. I will repost some Twitch. If I'm like super happy with a stream, I'll put it up on YouTube as well. Otherwise, I'll just make a mention of like, hey, I streamed today. You can watch the highlight video there. Otherwise, yeah, it'll be almost exclusively me going, not mentioning much about it. Twitch going to be supplementary. I'm never going to Twitch stream a video that I'm already doing elsewhere. So I'm not going to shift my D&D stuff there unless it's a new show and people really want me to. So expect YouTube things to stay on YouTube and Twitch things to stay on Twitch. Currently doing Hat in Time, having a great time. Planning to do Banjo-Kazooie after that, Banjo-Tooie after that. 2 games of my youth that I like a lot, that I loved a lot. Those games, by the way, I haven't played in years, and they're gonna be... It's gonna be something, because I've played them again, and I've played them again recently on like the Xbox. Oh boy, I've never beaten either, because I could never get past the quizzes. So we're gonna see if I can get past the quizzes with save states, because fuck it if I give a shit about that part. Oh man, I'm gonna play that game, and you're gonna be like, what the hell? What's your problem? And they're like, oh man, I got serious problems with this shit. Woo, woo. Am I upset over that? I wonder if my N64 is still around. Now that I think about it, is that... So, do we still have it? Is it gone? I mean, I guess I wouldn't mind too much if it's gone, because I don't really care about like owning retro paraphernalia like that. I'm more of a everything on PC is just easier for me, but... Man. I remember when my mother, like, pulled up an N64 controller, like a blue one, that was transparent with gray on the bottom. And she was like, hey, can I use this for a project? And I'm like, God damn it. Where's the time gone? Goodbye. Thanks for showing up. I should do what Como does and say goodbye. Don't forget to like, favorite, and subscribe. Actually, don't favorite. That doesn't do much. But just don't forget to like and subscribe. Because I need to say that. I need to say that to people. I feel like if I do that, perhaps people will care for once. I like how I recently got a bump on one of my videos because the algorithm went kaput, and even I got my videos recommended. I'm like, I can't believe I have to wait for the algorithm to break to get stuff. Ugh. Like, I'm always split between two sides. There's one side of me that's like, hey, listen, don't do this for the money. Don't do this for the fans. Do this for yourself. Like, you know. And then there's a side of me that's like, man, wouldn't it be fucking great if I could do this for a living? Wouldn't that be fucking great? I'm always shattered between two worlds, and it's terrible. If I could only turn it into profit, maybe I'd be successful. Instead of, after 6 goddamn years, sitting at sub 2,000. Like a fucking chump. Like a chump!